About 1 year ago, I picked up Blender for the first time. Of course, as every self-respecting Blenderer, I started with Dono tutorial. Halfway through of a tutorial, I had a school project. One of the criteria was to create 3D model of a controller. So I decided to try it out. I picked this controller as a reference, and here's how it went. Personally, I don't like self-appreciation jokes, but we gotta agree, this model is So now after 1 year, I wanted to see if I had any progress, and what's the best way then to remake your first 3D model. I started by adding cube. First you gotta make a basic shape. When the shape of the controller was done, I separated these parts so textures won't overlap. Extruded this because it's in the reference. And now it's the interesting part. So let's think how we can make all these buttons. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Boolean operations, because there are so many things that can go wrong. But I remembered from Derek Elliott font tutorial that you can add mesh on top of another mesh and it will look like one mesh. So let's go with this approach. I started with joystick, added cylinder with subdivision to model this white part. Okay, looks good. Now the joystick itself. Added another cylinder, modeled the joystick, and oh boy, it looks ugly. Decided to use sphere. Okay, looks better. I'm using mirror modifier to copy it on the other side. Did the same trick with buttons. For this, it's just elongated cylinder without subdivision, cause it won't be visible anyway. Just shade smooth and after smooth. Copying and applying mirror modifier. For middle button, it's just regular cylinder. Now it's time of the most used buttons of any controller. We can see on the reference that there is some sphere, so let's add it. Cut it in half and close the face. I'm gonna make Boolean operation with it, and you'll get better results when the mesh is closed. But it's not 100%. Alright, now let's model buttons, just simple modeling, nothing fancy. Duplicate it as one object, then duplicate that object and apply it as a boolean to the sphere. And yeah, that's why I don't like booleans. Just look at this, disgusting. But we gotta fix it. Let me try different approach. I moved buttons upwards, then selected bottom face of each button and separated them. Then I extruded them up to make them higher than the sphere. Check face orientation and apply booleans. As you can see, we still got some artifacts, but after playing with modifiers a little bit, applying them, I knew one trick. If you toggle shade smooth, shade flat and turn on after smooth, it will hide artifact. I don't know how it works, but it works, and if you're not exporting mesh to the game or for 3D printing, don't worry about it. Now just mirror it to the other side. Don't forget to save your file. Then I wanted to play basic materials to see how it actually looks. And it looks alright, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I had to model the backside yet, and I kinda was tired, so I turned off the stream, but I gotta say that backside buttons was the most difficult part. But I somehow made it, and here's the final result. I definitely think I improved. Maybe there is a better way to make it, but I'm happy with the result, especially if we compare it to the old one. Of course, we can compare it, because I really fucked up this one. I kinda even feel sorry for this model, but if I didn't make it back then, I wouldn't be here now. So we live, we learn. Alright, take care and have a good one.